Namaskar and hello everyone. Welcome to Your Stories Digital Playbook for SMBs. A series जहां हम बात करते हैं इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट्स और SMBs से to understand their struggles and challenges in becoming digitally advanced और कैसे उनके solutions मिल सकते हैं. The Indian economy has crippled in the last 6 months और सबसे भारी नुकसान हुआ है SMBs and MSMEs को that contribute to 37.54% to the Indian GDP. जैसे कि हम जानते हैं कि इंडियन एसएमबी इकोसिस्टम हैज रिमेन ट्रेडिशनल एंड इनफॉर्मल फॉर इयर्स, लेकिन अब जब बिजनेस के सर्वाइवल के लिए डिजिटल अडॉप्शन एक मंत्रा बन चुका है एंड कोविड-19 की वजह से हिस्टोरिकली स्मॉल एंड मीडियम बिजनेस सेक्टर को सबसे ज्यादा कैश क्रंच हुआ है. SMB story and initiative by Your Story has come up with this series. इस मुश्किल टाइम में SMBs strongly need to boost their financial literacy और उनकी मदद करने के लिए to adopt digital accounting and business solutions. आज का हमारा पैनल डिस्कशन है डिजिटल अकाउंटिंग एंड बिजनेस सॉल्यूशंस पर. आज के हमारे पैनलिस्ट हैं तेजस गोयनका, who is the managing director of Tally Solutions, who spearheads the research, engineering, product management, strategy, and business development functions in the company, along with Tally Education Private Limited. हमारे साथ पैनल में है सुमित अग्रवाल, who is the co-founder and CEO of Vyapar, who envisions to dramatically improve the lives of MSMEs in India. आज के पैनल में हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं भवन भारद्वाज, who is the founder of Vanshika Enterprises that deals into distribution of FMCG products and has a network of 400 dealers. I welcome all of you to the conversation today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Palak.
मैं आज का डिस्कशन स्टार्ट करती हूँ. तेजस, पहले मेरा क्वेश्चन आपसे है एंड सेम क्वेश्चन गोज फॉर यू सुमित. What is the impact of COVID-19 on digital accounting solution adoption among SMBs? Like, because COVID के पहले हमारा business, हमारी SMBs traditionally run करती हैं and we all are aware of that. But due to COVID, जहाँ पे अब एक necessity बन गया है to go digital. So पहले accounting firms outsource करते थे, CAs होते थे या businessmen खुद ही अपने accounting देखते थे. What is the impact of COVID-19 in digital adoption? Tejas, first I'm expecting answers from you.
So I think the last 6 months has been not just difficult, but also interesting. I'd put it in maybe 3 basic phases. The first was, of course, the lockdown. There, everything was shut. Most of us who've been used to going to office day in, day out, I think for us it was that how do we work from home more than how do we manage our accounts from anywhere? I think that's been the first phase, I'd say. The second phase, I think people all started realizing that lockdown 1, lockdown 2, lockdown 3, so it just kept going on. So somehow I need to survive. I think the second part was I have to start working, was I'd say the second big phase that the backdrop that we have. And the third is what we have today. I think most businesses are trying to stay open, most offices are trying to stay open, and we're just trying to earn somehow. I think with that context, the perspective on accounting again has come in multiple angles. For people whose books have been in office, whose books have been with their accountant, I think they've started seeing a need that I don't know where my money is lying, with which customer my money is lying. So I think it started with I need information in one place to be able to manage. I think that's been one kind of serious change that we've seen, which we've not seen as much, I think maybe in the last 6, 8 months, 12 months, 15 months before COVID, I'd say. And I think the second big change was slightly larger companies have now needed to deal with distributed teams, distributed locations, and how do I share data across so that work can continue. I think these are the 2 big shifts that we've honestly seen. And I'm sure Sumit will have his experiences to share as well.
Tejas, I think you rightly said, definitely. Because, I think one thing we all know that due to the lockdown, due to the COVID period, businesses have been hit the maximum, right? One of the most hit sector of Indian economy has been the business. And one thing that we saw very, very interesting is as soon as the lockdown had started, getting lifted, the adoption has picked up really, really well. I'm sure Tejas would be able to relate to it that after the lockdown has been started lifting, number of people who are buying the accounting or billing solutions, the people who are shifting from paper pen to billing solutions, that has definitely changed. And the reason, I think the primary reason is that they have realized that they have to be prepared for such situations where anything can happen anytime, so they should be able to manage things from home. And that's one of the reasons you're also seeing the adoption of few of the products that you would have seen recently, like Dukaan app, online shop. Those kind of things are also getting adopted very, very rapidly. So I would say COVID has definitely brought the businesses down, but there is a positive change as well, which is that businesses have started understanding and making themselves change for the future.
Okay. So Bhavin, अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि कितने टाइम पहले आपने डिजिटल अकाउंटिंग सोल्यूशन यूज करना शुरू किया, एंड ट्रेडिशनली अगर आप यूज नहीं करते थे तो व्हाट मेड यू यूज डिजिटल अकाउंटिंग सोल्यूशन?
एक्चुअली मैम डिजिटल अकाउंट जो है मैं मोर देन 2 ईयर से मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ वैसे तो। और इसमें जो अभी अभी आप टैली के लिए जो अभी बताया गया है, टैली एक्चुअली मैंने ये अभी किया है अप्रैल, स्टार्ट हुआ था लॉकडाउन आई थिंक मार्च 18 या 20 बिटवीन, तो तब से मैंने ये टैली यूज किया हुआ है।
क्या हैसल्स आते थे? आई नो ऑब्वियसली अकाउंटिंग सॉल्यूशंस में काफी हैसल आते हैं, तभी हम डिजिटल की तरफ जाते हैं, बट देन आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम एसएमबी पर्सपेक्टिव कि क्या प्रॉब्लम्स पहले फेस करते थे और अडॉप्ट करने के बाद डिजिटल अकाउंटिंग सॉल्यूशन क्या प्रॉब्लम नहीं आ रही है अब आपको?
कस्टमर को यानी टाइमली इनवॉइस जो उनको मिल जाता है। इससे पहले ज्यादा मैंने काम लोग करते थे कि लोकल जो मैंने परचेज किया था सॉफ्टवेयर, टैली से पहले मेरे पास एक लोकल सॉफ्टवेयर था, उसे भी मैं ऑपरेट करता था, लेकिन तब ये तकलीफ आती थी कि भाई हमको इनवॉइस बनाना है, उसके नेक्स्ट डे बाद उनको पार्टी को वही मुझे एक एज ए कुरियर करके उनको बिल इनवॉइस भेजना पड़ता था। ये सारी चीजें हमारे पुराने सॉफ्टवेयर में नहीं थी, टैली में है। टैली में सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट यही है कि आज अगर कस्टमर को माल मिल गया है, नेक्स्ट डे उनको आप इनवॉइस दे सकते हो, तो वो एक चीज तो इस चीज से बेनिफिट है कि सर्विसेज उनको है वो फास्ट है इस चीज के लिए।
सिंप्लिसिटी एंड फास्टर सर्विस like has like boosted the business के जो डेली हमारी इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट एंड इनवॉइस कीपिंग एंड बुक कीपिंग सॉर्ट ऑफ, so simplicity is the major thing. So I want to ask you both, Tejas and Sumit, why do digital accounting products need to be simple? Because why I'm asking this, SMBs face this problem कि अगर डिजिटल अडॉप्शन कर लेंगे, so you know we are unaware of the technology, we are unaware how to manage a software or how to manage it in the system, so there is a need for digital accounting products to be simple. From your perspective, because you are product builders, what do you feel, why do digital accounting products need to be simple?
Well, like, I think the answer of simple is reasonably straightforward. Obviously, any product you want to use, no matter who you are, you want it to be simple. But I think there's a different, I see the problem slightly differently. If you look at most software and most business software specifically, it's made to follow a process. माने ये करो, फिर ये करो, फिर ये करो, फिर ये करो. अगर ये नहीं करे हो, you can't move on to the next step. So many times what happens is that if you look at a solution like ours, what Sumit makes, what we make, what Bhavin Bhai uses, you'll find that most solutions will you have to have an order before you can make, before any next entry can be made. And unfortunately, the issue is not the simplicity. So it's not the look and feel, it's not the language of the product. That's not the only thing that matters. Especially for the SME sector, inherently it is a disorganized sector, and disorganized is not a bad thing, right? It is कि मैं अपना business मेरे तरीके से चलाता हूँ, and I think that's, you'll find Bhavin Bhai runs his business his way. Maybe there's a Nirma distributor who's in a different part of Rajasthan. They'll run their business their way, and they'll not have the same relationship with their customers. He has 400 retailers who he sells to. He'll have a particular relationship with them. He'll have a particular relationship with with Nirma itself. And I think what tends to take place is software is built for a very organized environment. It has typically been built for control. It has typically been built for rigid steps. And I think building software that can adapt to an MSME's needs is really is what the trick is. So if a person who's buying software and has taken the decision to digitize, what tends to happen is that because the software becomes rigid, a lot of data starts lying outside the system. और तब क्या होता है कि अगर मैं डेटा सॉफ्टवेयर में थोड़ा सा रखा हूँ और फिर बाहर भी थोड़ा सा रखा हूँ, the software starts becoming useless, right? तो मैंने 20,000, 10,000, 5,000 जितना भी, I may have spent 1 rupee on the software, it doesn't matter. But what happens is the inherent nature of the value of the software starts going down 3, 4, 5 months in.
Sumit, what is your take on this?
I have two perspectives here. One is definitely what you talked about is simplicity is, in my opinion, very, very critical. And the reason why simplicity is critical is SMBs or the businessmen who are the users of this kind of product, right? They have a certain need and they know their need, right? They don't know accounting or they don't know what is the right way to do it. They know how they do things, right? And I agree to the point what Tejas said is that the software has to be flexible enough and it should be easy to understand for them so that they can find what they're looking for. They should be able to relate to it as soon as possible, right? Because see, the challenge is that they are already using some mechanism. And it's very easy when you are trying to learn something new, right? As soon as you face a challenge, the best thing you can do is go back to your previous way. And that's what happens in the current scenarios also, right? Businesses find it so challenging, and why there's still huge number of population in the SME sector which is not moved to digital. Complexity is also one of the reasons why they haven't been able to. So what we believe is that simplicity is definitely one of the key traits, and what they are looking for should be visible to them in the first phase, so that they are able to at least get adopted to it. They generate the understanding faster, because that increases the confidence. Now, second point what Tejas mentioned is also very, very critical, that in India, the MSME sector, every business will run in a different way. So the solutions, especially the accounting or the billing solutions, have to be very, very flexible to handle those. So simplicity as well as handling multiple options. This is the challenge of a business accounting solution, and they are counterintuitive. If you make something very simple, then if you start giving multiple options, it automatically becomes complex and simplicity goes away. So the balancing these two is the real challenge that we deal with every day.
सुमित, जैसा अभी आपने बोला हमारे लास्ट क्वेश्चन में कि सिंप्लिसिटी, क्योंकि हम सिंप्लिसिटी के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे थे, सिंप्लिसिटी इज इम्पोर्टेंट एंड अ सॉफ्टवेयर शुड नॉट बी स्टफ्ड विद फीचर्स कि ये डिफिकल्ट हो जाए फॉर यूजर टू हैंडल इट. So again, my question is comes to both of you, because SMB find it scary to adopt to go the digital way. So how can digital accounting solution providers can educate them on using these solutions? So Sumit, I'm starting from you.
There are two things that we can do and that we have been doing, right? One is obviously why I think we don't understand why businesses don't adopt technology, right? There are two reasons for it. One is that they are scared of putting their data on a software, right? They believe that paper pen wala data या फिर मेरे पास जो books में लिखा हुआ है, that is more safer, right? That is one reason. Another is the inertia to learn new things. कि अगर मैं उसको सीखूंगा तो फिर सीखने में टाइम जाएगा, पता नहीं मैं सीख पाऊंगा कि नहीं सीख पाऊंगा, कुछ गलत एंट्री कर दी तो क्या होगा. So in my opinion, these are the two things that hold back as MSME from using a digital solution. तो जो पहला प्रॉब्लम है कि सिक्योरिटी वाला पार्ट, राइट, दैट इज समथिंग दैट इज कमिंग इन पीपल ओवर टाइम. वो एनवायरनमेंट चेंज है और धीरे धीरे आता है लोगों के अंदर. दैट कैन नॉट बी चेंज्ड इमीडिएटली. पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि यार विद डिजिटल पेमेंट्स, जब बैंकिंग लोग ऑनलाइन यूज करने लग गए तो दे हैव स्टार्टेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि इट इज ओके टू डू डिजिटली. जब बैंक मेरा मैनेज हो रहा है मोबाइल से, तो मैं अपना बिजनेस भी मैनेज कर सकता हूँ. So that is an environment change. Second that I talked about, inertia. So वहाँ पे people like us can help where we provide the most simple solution with the maximum service that we can help provide. अगर मान लो उनको बिल बनाते समय कोई प्रॉब्लम आई और उस समय हम अवेलेबल नहीं है हेल्प करने के लिए, then it becomes a challenge for them, right? Because they have a customer on the shop. So we have to be available all the time to help them when there is a problem. Simplicity is equally important because you cannot, it's not practical for a company like us to go and help each and every customer, right? तो अगर simple होगा तो वो खुद adopt कर सकते हैं. अब जब मैं सिंपल की बात करता हूँ तो उसमें दो चीजें आती हैं. सिंपल, एक तो उनको कोई नई टर्मिनोलॉजी या कुछ नया सीखना ना पड़े, जो उनको आता है वो उसमें दिख जाए और उसको मैनेज कर पाए. तो इसीलिए व्यापार में हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि वी ट्राई टू बिल्ड अकाउंटिंग विदाउट अकाउंटिंग. तो बेसिकली there is no accounting term at all in vyapar. Businesses use it. Anybody who is, so our claim is anybody who is even 10th grade pass, right, knows basic English and running a business with zero accounting knowledge can manage his business completely.
Right.
अगर वो
And it
business
is-
कर रहा है तो कर लेगा.
Yes, and it is very essential because SMB sector, especially if we talk about the merchants and the shopkeepers, the kiranas, so abhi unko bhi bahut zyada, this is the need of the hour. And for the small manufacturing facilities and for the small manufacturing, these units and setups and ancillary units, it has become a need of the hour to go digital, and simplicity is the key. So Tejas, asking you the same question. What is your take on that?
So I think largely in general in agreement with Sumit. I think the slightly different perspective that we've had is that India, if you look at India in general, it's very, very diverse. I think you've got anywhere, any number, you take 60 million, 70 million MSMEs. You've got 12, 13 million now GST registered MSMEs. Actually, if you think about the need for bookkeeping and the need for accounting, it's a slightly smaller subsegment than the 12, 13 GSTINs that exist. Maybe I would say 7, 8, 10 million maybe. For example, as a company, we'll have 5, 6, 8 GSTINs, right? So I think if you kind of look at it that way, Bhavin Bhai will have maybe 1 or 2 GSTINs, 3 GSTINs. Just how we all work. So in that market, I think there's a reasonable acceptability in being able to digitize accounting. I think I kind of go with the second point a little bit more. It's not so much fear anymore. I think what we've seen a lot is inertia. So the moment a business becomes a particular size and they want to manage the books themselves, I think that's really when we see a trigger कि I have to buy something. मुझे आज कुछ खरीदना है. I think that's the trigger that we generally see. But there's also this other aspect that why not buy today? And to that point, I fully agree with Sumit. I think the less intimidating the system, the easier it is to just start using. I think one thing that most people will end up facing is that it's not just about starting using the product. It's also about sustaining using the product. And what we tend to see is that a lot of education that we do some focus on the help to help you start. But what we try and do is really get what you would think is your 9th month or 10th month or 12th month of using the product. How can we get that experience to you as early as possible so you don't feel comfortable? You feel very uncomfortable leaving the product. That's the state that we want to get you to as soon as possible. So we focus a lot of our education on this basic premise that the software is only useful if you use it, and as long as you continue using it, life will be great.
Tejas, if I have to ask you how we can boost financial literacy for SMBs, so how does digital accounting boost financial literacies? And with this question, we have to keep in mind all the small merchants, the shopkeepers and the kiranas, and from the very micro to small businesses, from that perspective.
Sure. So honestly, I don't think that digital accounting per se plays that role. I mean, the way I kind of see I'm trying to help build software and tools that help business owners take better decisions. I don't believe that financial literacy is something that is per se lacking. I think if you look at India, right, we've got kirana stores who work on 0.5% margin. Can I imagine myself working a business on 0.5% margin? I'm not that smart. I mean, very honestly, I'm just giving you a very frank statement. And I think that there's a lot of assumption we make about how financially literate India is. If you can run a business successfully for 60 years on 1.5% margin, 0.5% margin, 0.2% margin, or even just on neck to neck. If you look at how, for example, sugar is sold in India, the seller of sugar buys it from the supplier at 50 rupees. He sells the sugar and let's say he buys 50 kilos at 50 rupees, right? 1 rupee a kilo. Customers that come in, he will sell the same sugar at 1 rupee a kilo. And if there are 50 kilos, he'll sell it for 50 rupees. So he's bought it for 50 rupees. He's selling it for 50 rupees. How is he making money? Yet in this scenario, most sellers like this survive, and not just survive, they thrive. They pass their businesses on to generations. So I think financial literacy is not so much the is not the gap. I think it's the tools to help you deploy that literacy so that you can take better decisions for your business and actually grow.
True, true.
So
yes.
Again, right? So I think that's really where a lot of the focus is, and I think that we do trust businessmen in India a lot. I think we have a lot of faith in the fact that they have just survived, and not just survived in India, they have just thrived despite the negative situations, positive situations. We've somehow made it, right? So I think that that's the perspective that I've got. It's not so much that it's my response. We do have programs that help business owners become more financially literate, but we've not seen that that's the real need. The real need is actually the tool to help you take advantage of that.
Sumit, what do you think about it?
I have a little different perspective here. So in my experience and in my as far as my understanding goes, so when we talk about the financial literacy, my perspective is understanding where my business is, right? How much profits I'm making, how much losses I'm making, what are my expenses, what is my inventory that is getting wasted or expired, which I'm not able to use it at the right time. So these are the things that, in my opinion, businesses lack. So the way, when I have talked to so many businesses, right? So how do they work is basically they buy a certain item, let's say price X, and they decide that they will always sell it at 20% profit. So they know whatever they are selling, they are making 20% profit, and that's it. And that's the reason why we see, I'm sure you would have also seen, right? In your vicinity, there will be a kirana shop. And when you were a kid, at that time also that kirana shop was there in the same state, everything same. And after, when you have grown up, started going to college, still the kirana shop is exactly same. There's nothing changed, right? For 15, 20 years, 30 years, they are doing the same business at the same level forever.
Right.
So I think one of the reasons is that why they don't change, why they don't grow. And I've seen it in my family itself, right? My father has been doing a business, sitting in a shop, a small shop in Lucknow, and 15 years when I was a kid, at that time also the shop was in the same state, and today also the shop is in the same state. Nothing has changed, right? So the reason and why we are so excited and motivated about changing their lives is because they don't grow, and very few of them grow actually, right? Majority doesn't grow, and the reason is that they don't know what's happening in the business. They're making losses. They realize it very, very late because they're not doing it. They're not knowing it on a daily basis. So digital accounting or maintaining books on a daily basis in a digital format helps them to be on top of every number that is happening in their business. So when they're on top of it, if the loss is happening, they know on the day 1, day 2, day 3 maximum, right? It's not that they will come to know 6 months down the line that I've lost so much. So expenses, they make so many small expenses, and which they are not accumulating. And if they start accumulating, they will be surprised. And it's not about them. If businesses like us for Vyapar, right? when you do each and every expense, then you realize, oh shit, I'm spending so much on this, I can reduce it and spend somewhere else. So that same thing happens with them as well, but they don't know that कि वहां पे इतना लॉस हो रहा है या इतना एक्सपेंस वो बचा सकते हैं. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई वुड से कि अकाउंटिंग एंड बुक कीपिंग एंड मेंटेनिंग रिकॉर्ड्स इज सुपर क्रिटिकल फॉर एन एसएमई, क्योंकि पैसा बहुत वेस्ट होता है उनका, जो उनको पता भी नहीं होता कि वेस्ट हो गया. That's my take on it.
Yes, absolutely. That's very good insight from both the perspectives, like from Tejas and from Tejas' side and from your side. So different perspective, but yet have a very strong perspective. So, Bhavin, I'm coming to you. What can product builders do better in the solution to encourage more small SMBs to use it?
यूज करने के लिए मैम तो इंक्रीज तो यही है, इसमें से ज्यादा तो क्या कर सकेंगे, लेकिन ये है कि एक तो जो अपना क्लाउड इसके लिए चीज है, तो वो एक इसमें होना चाहिए. तो उनको एक सबसे बड़ी अच्छी चीज है कि मैम वो उनको इजी हो जाए उस चीज के लिए, अकाउंटिंग के लिए.
आपके हिसाब से क्लाउड एनेबलिंग होनी चाहिए.
जी जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
Sumit, I want to understand कि how do you price your products? Like, at what price do you feel SMBs can derive value from usage? This question will be for you also, Tejas.
So see, India, in my opinion, India is a very price sensitive market. अगर आप कोई चीज आज 100 रुपए में बेच रहे हो और अगर उसका प्राइस 10 रुपए कम कर दोगे तो कस्टमर बढ़ जाएंगे, 10 रुपए बढ़ा दोगे तो कम हो जाएंगे.
Right.
अगर मतलब 10-10 रुपए ऊपर नीचे से फर्क पड़ जाता है किसी भी बिजनेस के नंबर्स में, अगर स्केल पे देखेंगे तो, राइट. सो प्राइसिंग इज अ कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट बॉल गेम. ये डिसाइड करना कि क्या सही प्राइस है, it's a very you know different चैलेंज. तो हम लोग जैसे प्राइस प्रोडक्ट को प्राइस करते हैं, तो हमारा फिलॉसफी जो होता है बिजनेस के लिए वो ये होता है कि see, every company has a philosophy, right? So our philosophy is कि give the best product in the least cost. तो जो हमारे लिए least possible है, हमने अभी वो प्राइस डिफाइन किया हुआ है. उसका रीजन ये है सिंपल कि our theory is that businesses already have a friction to move to a product, और मैं प्राइस एक और फ्रिक्शन नहीं ऐड करना चाहता उसमें, तो want to keep that as minimum as possible and we also survive. When they have adopted, they have learned, then obviously they will become, because they don't know the value so far. अभी problem क्या है कि businessmen, lot of people don't understand कि मैं इस product को use करने से मुझे क्या value मिलेगी या मेरा क्या benefit होगा. तो जब तक वो use नहीं करेंगे तब तक उनको वो पता नहीं चलेगा. तो इसलिए pricing हम free product भी देते हैं, इसीलिए हमने mobile app अपना free किया हुआ है ताकि लोग एटलीस्ट यूज करें, समझे कि वैल्यू है उसमें, फिर अगर वैल्यू लगे तो बाय कर सकते हैं. एंड देन देयर वी से कि डेस्कटॉप प्रोडक्ट है या डेस्कटॉप में मोबाइल में प्रीमियम है तो दे कैन गो फॉर दैट. तो बेसिकली वही है कि मतलब स्टेप बाय स्टेप लेट देम रियलाइज द वैल्यू एंड देन चार्ज मिनिमम सो दैट डजंट बिकम अ फ्रिक्शन फॉर देम टू अडॉप्ट. ये हमारी फिलॉसफी है.
Let me tweak my question a bit. So
Sure.
what happens is, Tejas, ये question, Bhavin, I'll come back to you with the same question. So what is the ideal price of a product? By this means, because some experts say that SMBs are not willing to spend more than rupees 500 per month or per user. So that's why I'm asking, what should be the ideal price of the product, or how the product builders set their price? So Tejas, I'm asking this to you.
Yeah, there is. I fundamentally disagree with the experts in that there is an ideal price. I think if for any product there's a value that you will have and there's a price that you'll see for that. I'll take a totally different example. You take diamonds. क्या perceived value है versus what is the price, and what is the actual value and what is the price. Everyone can debate it. You can take luxury items. So I think that price is not so much. It's not a question of ideal price. So in that sense, I don't have I don't fully agree with it. I think as long as you're able to show your value, you can command a price. There are SME products that sell at several lakhs. There are SME products that sell at several hundred rupees. There are SME products that sell at several thousand rupees. I think it's it really is up to the seller to show the value, and the buyer will buy that value. I think it really comes down to that. But pushing a little bit on what Sumit had said, we also have a pricing philosophy. I think for us, the pricing philosophy, we're a single product company. We've sold only one thing for the last 30 odd years. For us, the pricing philosophy is reasonably straightforward. When I come and show you the product, or once you try the product, we do two things. Our job is to make sure that you've decided that you want the product, and then comes the decision of the price. The price is never the first consideration for most things. And so what happens is that as long as you fall in love with the product, I want to make that pricing decision as straightforward for you as possible. So we try not to complicate it, that this is your pricing per user, this is your pricing per functionality, per feature, because it now complicates. Now I like what I saw. Maybe I'll want more, maybe I'll want less. I don't know yet. And I think that we try to remove that decisioning. So we have only two price points. We have a single user and an unlimited multi-user. If you want just one user to use it, it's one price. If you want any more than one user to use it, it's another price. So the philosophy is basically ease of decision making. That's the key thing, which I'm in agreement with Sumit. I think that's what we try to run with. The second thing is we do a unlimited, unconditional money back guarantee for life. So if you're ever feeling stressed that the product won't help you and won't make a difference to you, we're happy to take it back. I think the core philosophy is that you have to trust me that the product will help. And if the product doesn't, we're happy to take it back, because that money won't add any value to our business either.
Bhavin, if I ask you, मैं आपसे अगर पूछूं कि क्या SMBs digitally adaptive due to money factor नहीं हो पाती है, या प्राइस पॉइंट उनको ज्यादा लगता है, या इट्स जस्ट दे आर अफ्रेड टू यूज और गो डिजिटल, क्या प्रॉब्लम आती है?
फर्स्ट जो प्राइस जैसे सुमित जी ने बताया था, प्राइस का भी है मैम स्टार्टिंग में. सेकंड थिंग क्या है मैम, डिपेंड है. हालांकि अब प्राइस अपनी जगह है, लेकिन ये डिपेंड है बिजनेस पे. आपका बिजनेस किस तरह का है, तो वो ये सेकेंडरी मैटर हो जाती है मैम प्राइस को लेके.
अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, स्मॉल स्केल बिजनेस से लेके मीडियम स्केल बिजनेस, प्राइस पॉइंट उतना ज्यादा प्रॉब्लमैटिक नहीं है व्हेन इट कम्स टू डिजिटल एडॉप्शन. It is about the awareness and the education they should get to use the particular accounting solution or business solution.
जी मैम.
Tejas, this question is for you. So how do you compete against the global competitors? Being an Indian company, does it help you understand SMB's pain points better?
We don't really look at the customer from a competition side per se. I think what we look at is we do a lot of work with customers, right? So I think what we've understood is basic behavior. We have a lot of things planned for the next few months, next few years. What we feel is a reasonably strong roadmap. But I think the nuance that we just look at is a simple nuance that SMEs will require. We don't build on features. We build on core principles of the product. So simplicity being one, reliability being one. Key, I just have to be able to trust. It's almost like those I'm forgetting, either Bajaj or Hero Honda used to have those ads when I was a kid. Fill it, shut it, forget it. It's almost, you almost have to build a product for that. I don't require any management of the product. You build on flexibility to be able to get the product to get adopted to a business. And I think what we realize is that the Indian business runs in their own way, runs in a disorganized environment, and you have to build software to cater to that. So for us, if the same thing exists, so we sell internationally as well, and we sell in those markets where we feel the environment is roughly the same. We keep exploring new markets that we want to go to. But that's the core of our behavior. We feel we're great at building products that allow people to run it in their way, however they want. So if that gives us the good competitive edge, then great. But really speaking, that's not the angle. Like I'm not trying to compete with global players. I'm not trying to compete with local players. I think everyone has their own place. Our place is to keep the software sustained and used in the SME. and we take that angle. That's really the core of what we try and do.
Before asking another question to you, Sumit, जो कि हम पहले discuss कर रहे थे regarding educating SMBs and the MSMEs, I want to go back to that point again because I have to stitch it there. As we all are agreeing on that educating SMBs on adopting digital solution is the need of the hour, and it's not the price as much compared to the educating SMEs. It's not about just the price, but SMBs को educate होना is of utmost important right now. So I want to ask both of you, Sumit and Tejas, what are digital solution providers doing? Solution providers ऐसे क्या initiatives ले रहे हैं जिससे कि the small and medium business sector of India gets educated, और क्या किस तरीके से उनको encourage कर रहे हैं कि digital accounting solutions या business solutions use किए जाएं?
When you talk about education, right, there are two steps to education. So one step is businesses or SMEs understanding that using the product like this is value addition to their business and it will help them. Second education is of the product and the usage of the product itself. These are two parts of the education, in my opinion, right? So the first part, which understand businesses understanding the value of using such a product. So there, the way we do it is basically we do a lot of YouTube sessions, we do webinars, we write a lot of blogs, both in Hindi, English, right? So these are the mechanisms that we use to tell them, help them. We create testimonials from our existing users. जो यूज कर रहे हैं टू हेल्प अदर पीपल अंडरस्टैंड कि यार इसको यूज करने से बेनिफिट होता है, राइट? तो वो एक एनवायरनमेंट की चीज है एंड दैट दे विल बी एबल टू लर्न एंड अडॉप्ट विद टाइम. मतलब उसका कोई एक शॉर्टकट नहीं है. इट इज एन एनवायरनमेंट दैट हैज टू बी डेवलप्ड, राइट? जैसे कि आई मीन इट्स लाइक गर्ल एजुकेशन, राइट? People understand and adopt it over the period of time. There is some philosophy, some mindset for hundreds of years, and you're trying to change that. So it doesn't change in a day. It will take time. So similarly, this, right? It's the mindset, and that is changing, and that's changing because of two reasons. एक तो generation जैसे जैसे change होती जाएगी, ये चीज automatically adopt होती जाएगी. दूसरा, हम लोग अपनी तरफ से content उस तरीके का provide कर सकते हैं that will help them to understand, right? That is first part. Second is understanding the product. So understanding the product, that education is again, mechanisms are the same, the content is different. वीडियोस बना के, उनके लिए ब्लॉग्स लिख के, उनको टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स बता के कि यार इसको ऐसे यूज करोगे तो आसान हो जाएगा. हेल्प एंड being there available for them whenever they need help. So our team is always available to help them whenever they need. They just our philosophy is कि कॉल करो और सीधे कोई बंदा पिक करेगा हेल्प करने के लिए. It doesn't matter what it requires, but that's how we work, right? So these are the two things that we are doing to help and educate the sector.
Yeah, just to add to what Sumit is doing, I think written material, written content is great. I think that really helps as much detail as you can go into. I also think that we take a lot of proactive steps in trying to do events. For example, at the time of GST, when GST had come, we had conducted at one point we were doing about 100 events a day and physical events a day, where you had 150 people who were coming in and learning about GST at that time. So we take a lot of effort in trying to connect through such medium also. There is obviously a tendency that we will have to try and talk about brand, but I think over the last 4 or 5 years, we've been getting away from that more and more. I think we're trying to communicate and educate on the topic itself, and it so happens that it's from Tally. So for GST, we did presentations only on the subject of GST. We had no product. We had no way of showing what the exact product would be until a few days before the launch of GST. So I think that physical connect is also important in today's era. In the last 6 months, we've not been doing any physical connects. Obviously, we've been taking a lot of steps doing virtual connects. But again, the subject is the same. It's about driving awareness and driving comfort and confidence that you can digitize, you can automate. I think that first bubble, once it's broken, then it becomes easy, because then whether I use Sumit's product or whether you use Tally or whether you use any other product, I think that first big bubble has to be broken, which allows you to then engage.
Bhavin, अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि outsourced financial services versus using digital accounting, which is better and why?
मैन्युअली करना बेटर रहता है. एक्चुअली क्या है कि एग्जैक्टली अपने को उसका पिक्चर अपने को पता रहता है कि हम कहाँ खड़े हुए हैं आज में. सीए हायर करने से इन द सेंस ये है कि कल को हमें किसी चीज की इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए, डेट मीन हम डिपेंड हो जाते हैं सीए पे कि भाई आज हम क्या चल रहा है, हम कहाँ खड़े हुए हैं. तो बेटर देन है कि अगर हम उस चीज को हम मैन्युअली खुद ही करते हैं तो हमें उस सिचुएशन को पता रहता है कि क्या है.
Manually, you mean using software, digital accounting?
Yeah, digital account.
So you mean कि digital accounting solution or digital adoption is better than the outsourced financial services. Okay. Sumit, coming back to you, I want to ask you, because many similar startups are raising big money from investors to build digital accounting solutions. How are you keeping up with the competition?
When it comes to competition and people raising a lot of money to build products, so there are two things that I would like to call out. One is when you are solving a problem for a market, right? Every company has a DNA and the way they work. There is an execution philosophy, right? For example, Tally has a different way, Vyapar has a different way, or other products in the market will have a different way, right? So that way is like that remains core to that particular company. So that's why it doesn't matter much. I mean, it doesn't matter a lot when other people are raising a lot of money, because raising a lot of money means that they are building for the scale and they're going to spend a lot of money to acquire the customers. But customer stays on the product or not, it is all defined only by the quality of the product and the service that you provide, right? So first of all, we are not worried about that too much. What we worry about, I think Tejas also talked about it in the beginning, that we focus on the quality of the product and solving the problem well for the customer. And if we are doing that right, then our customers will continue to be with us and we will be able to get more customers. So not really worried about the large money in the market.
Okay, so
large money in the market
yes.
only does one thing. As a company, it spoils or reduces our profit margins because there will be competition and selling the product.
Okay.
So that is a challenge that will come in, but otherwise I don't see a large challenge. The major
what
thing is
separates you from the large like giant competitors, because trust goes a long way in using a digital accounting system, right? And Vyapar is relatively new in the market. So if I have to ask you this.
see, Tally, Visi, Mark, these products have been there in the market for 15-20 years. And in spite of being relatively new, we have been able to grow and you have called and you're talking to me because the product has been able to reach to a certain level in the market, right? So what I'm trying to say is the market is very, very large and there is a space for a lot of players to stay in the market. So it's not going to be very, very heavily impactful to others. Right. If everybody is focusing on the product and another important thing is the market segments are, SME segment is like a onion. There are so many layers inside it. If you will go deeper, right, you will realize that Tally works at a different layer, Vyapar works at a different layer, other products work at a different layer. So from outside it looks like that it's the same market, but actually it's very, very layered market, and the products that get adopted, they get adopted in a certain layer.
Okay.
So everybody has a different niche.
We are coming to the end of our discussion. I want to ask all of you, like one by one. Tejas, I'm starting from you. One or two from your golden book. What are the golden rules for product builders to keep in mind?
Two simple rules, I think: build for the customer and make it simple for a user to decide, and stick to the product. I think really there's nothing else. I also think just going a little bit on what Sumit said in the previous point, it is a very, very large and diverse market. I also think that if you look at the last maybe 15-20 years versus maybe the last 3 or 4 years, I think there are 2 or 3 things that that I would like to encourage product builders to do. I think there's a tendency to focus on interface designs and quick delivery more than building deeper use cases. I think there's a lot of scope for innovation in this market. I genuinely believe that if you look at the next 10 years, it is the product company that will shine. I do think that the scope and scale of the market in India is unmatched across the world. And I think it's our responsibility to be able to innovate for a market like this. So beyond the small advice, I think there's also this other discussion that we need to keep having, which is just making sure that we're pushing each other to do a lot better, and really going down to innovate a lot more. And I think that honestly, the next decade is India's decade, despite everything. That it's just 1.3 billion people want it to happen, so it'll just happen.
Sumit.
I completely agree. Actually, I mean, simplicity is definitely the key. Any software product has to be simple. I think that's the basic rule. Otherwise, anyway, the product will not achieve its product market fit. Simplicity is definitely one of the reasons. And second is building the complexity. See, because the market that we are solving for, that itself requires there is a lot of complexity inside it. So building the complexity in a simple way is the biggest challenge. And that's the products which are building right in the market today for this sector. They have to understand that what they are building today is not actually how the product will look like 5 years down the line. It will change. The complexity, businesses will ask them to add more and more capabilities and features, and the product will continue becoming complex and complex. So they have to plan for it, that when I'm building the product now, and when complexity comes in, how will I make sure that building that, handling those complex cases, keeping the usability same level? So
Yes.
That's very, very important. So I'll just give one example, that in Vyapar, like 3 years, 4 years back, the initial onboarding, the flow, what features user used to see, and today they're almost the same. But the capabilities that they can do is definitely has changed, like 15 folds, 20 folds. So the point is that build a complexity, but complexity should be exposed to the right person at the right time. And that's where the product building capability comes in.
Bhavin, one or two golden rules for SMBs to know when selecting a solution. जैसे आपने Tally को select किया, कोई और SMB या कोई भी SMB per se, the golden rules for SMBs to know when selecting a solution.
फर्स्ट तो मैम ये है वैरायटी की इजी टू यूज, पहली चीज के लिए है. सेकंड थिंग इसमें अपना ये क्या कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव, ये भी रहना चाहिए एक चीज.
Thank you, Bhavin. Tejas and Sumit, for you also, like one or two golden rules for SMBs to know when selecting a solution, because you guys are digital solution providers, and what should SMBs look forward to when they are adopting any solution?
So again, going back to some of the points that I made earlier, I think the key thing that we look at and try to advise is not looking at the demo and making the decision, because demos can be flashy. I can show you great videos, great things that I can show you. I think what you have to decide on, you are buying a software, you are investing some money for some benefit, and the value of the software would only come if it gets used. So it's super critical to make sure that you're testing that software, that can I use it in my environment, will it work for me? So as a seller, I think there will be several times when we go and make the mistake of trying to oversell Tally. That's not the idea. I think the point is that the moment I understand you, who you are, how you run your business, I think that helps us enable how the product can fit for you. And it's my decision to tell you if the product won't fit for you. It's my job to tell you that, because I think that we are the software maker, they are not. So I think the test for an MSME is that not to look at flashy tools, is to look at tools that allow you to run your business your way, and make sure that you test it. Whichever tool you look at, please explore. It's important to explore, but also please decide not basis the immediate demo, decide basis long-term usage. Because you don't want to be sitting 6 months, 9 months, 12 months down the line having taken a call to digitize and then facing the wrath of कि पेपर पे भी काम करना है, एक्सेल पे भी काम करना है, सॉफ्टवेयर पे भी काम करना है, तीनों जगह काम करेंगे तो that's not how you want to lead life. So I think that's the core that I would say.
Sumit.
Complete sense, makes complete sense. So I think that's very, very important. We also, some users come back and I mean, as soon as they start, right, they look at the product and they see, यार ये बहुत सही लग रहा है, I want to purchase it. So we tell them, भाई अभी मत purchase करो, wait, use for 30 days. We are giving you 30 days free trial. तुम उसको पूरा use करो, be comfortable, use for all your use cases. अपने use cases सारे experiment करके देख लो, and when you feel comfortable कि हाँ मेरे use cases solve हो रहे हैं, then only you should go for a product or buy the product or even start using for the business, because it's time, right? Time is critical. They're investing so much time to try out the product and use the product for the business. तो अगर वो product 3 महीने बाद पता चलता है कि यार मेरे काम का नहीं है, then there's a lot of energy waste, money waste, which is not good for anyone. And as a company, as a product, nobody wants to take the money from a user who is not using the product. I mean, we have that very clear philosophy. अगर आप product पसंद नहीं है, it is not solving for problem, I mean, we return the complete money. And that's the same thing I think Tejas also mentioned. So it's for a company like us, it is very important कि जो product हम बना रहे हैं वो useful हो. So I think one simple advice, try and make sure that all your use cases, जो भी आपको use करना है product, वो सारी चीजें उसमें हो पा रही हैं कि नहीं, then take the decision.
I missed out on one question. So this is for Tejas, you and Sumit, you both of you. The question is, with the ongoing pandemic, कौन से sectors ऐसे हैं which, being the solution providers, you think will see most adoption of digital accounting solutions, and कौन से sector will see the least amount of adoption? So Tejas, you can begin.
So I'm not looking at which sectors will have this need or growth yet. I think what we are trying to do is support the sectors that are facing problems and figuring out ways to help them. I mean, I genuinely believe that this situation doesn't affect just me or just you. It's the first time in my life that I've seen a situation affect the whole world. And unless we're able to figure out how to help each other come out of this, I think my business success won't matter as much. So I think we've not really taken a sectorial view yet. We've just spent a lot of time in the last 6 months just reaching out and seeing if customers need any help.
So we have discussed about boosting financial literacy, and हमने बात करा कि how SMBs and MSMEs can actually adopt digital accounting solutions, which is not a rocket science. It is a very simple process. It's just they need to be more aware of the things, and they have to understand the software, the technology, the price points, because everything is correlated. So it was very nice talking to you. बहुत अच्छा लगा आप लोगों से बात करके. Thank you so much for connecting today.
Thank you, Palak. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.